Hey everyone, it's Ange, and today it is a very rainy Saturday afternoon, so that explains my very crappy lighting and my very comfy outfit. But I decided that I'm not gonna put this video off any further, but today I'm going to be doing my FAQs on my indoor cycling challenge. So everything concerning like what bike I use, how the bike is holding up now after months of having it, what shoes I use, what platform I use to get my cycling videos, and all of those stuff concerning that indoor cycling video. So let's get into the questions. Okay, so I've loaded up some questions on the comment section of my video, and I think the most common concerns are about the bike itself. So let's start off with those first. So for everyone who still doesn't know, my bike is the Trax Cadence 2.0, and I got it from Chris Sports for 12,500 pesos, if I'm not mistaken, last November. And I think a lot of people are wondering how the bike is holding up now since matagal ko na siyang nakuha. And actually, I've been using it for like every other day ever since I got it. And I would say that the biggest problem that I've faced with it is the seat, because there was a very sharp edge on the widest part of the saddle, and the more I used it, talagang it juts out, like the metal part juts out from the foam, and that eventually punctured some holes on my leggings, and that really sucked. So what I did was that I had to replace it with a leather bike seat that my dad had lying around for some reason, because he was a cyclist, like he had a lot of bikes before, and so I used that one because I really had to like swap it out because it was not safe anymore. But aside from that, I don't actually perform any maintenance procedures on my bike. I don't oil the gears or anything like that, but I do use it very frequently, so I think hindi naman siya nangangalawang or anything. But if you have any tips, I would be very glad to get them, because I want to extend the lifespan of this bike as much as possible, even if it is very affordable, because right now, wala naman talaga siyang issues. Yun lang talaga, yung bike seat. Also, someone here said that parang the seat is kind of far from the handlebars. So actually, I did face that issue before, because you can't move the seat forward, you can just move it up and down. So what I did was I just moved the handlebars more, like inaangat ko siya para hindi naman ako sobrang lean forward, because the form really matters a lot, especially when you're doing cycling classes. Another common question is where I get cycling shoes or pedals, and actually I just use my regular sneakers. The bike doesn't come with the pedals with cleats on them, so it just comes with like a hoop where you put your like feet in. So I just use my regular Adidas sneakers, but I do plan on investing on the cleats and cycling shoes, yung kiniklip on talaga, because that's far more secure than what I have now. But I don't think it's very, like, it's not required, because it's just more stable if you have the clip-on shoes. But so far I've been using it, and I don't think I have any issues with the hoop thing. So that's the answer to that question. Another common question is if I use the monitor that comes with the bike to measure my numbers, my stats, and everything like that. And the answer is no, because for some reason I can't turn it on. But honestly, I never like decided to use it, because I know na medyo wala siyang kwenta. But I know some people want to see their numbers, and a lot of higher end bikes, especially in spin studios, talagang there's a built-in sensor, built-in like monitor where you can see your resistance numbers, your speed, your power, and everything like that. But this bike doesn't have it. It's a much lower end bike, so you can't expect to see those numbers there. Also, you can't see the resistance numbers, and especially sa Peloton, kasi on the Peloton bike itself, you can see the resistance. Usually it's like 10 to 100. Talagang iba yung pag-measure nila ng resistance, which also took some getting used to, because back when I was still attending spin classes in Saddle Row Ride Rev, in Saddle Row the resistance were like 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, 6 to 7, 6 to 8, ganun. But this one, the resistance is 30 to 40, 25 to 35, and it's kind of weird. But what I do is I just base off the song that's playing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the beat of the music really helps you get a gauge how fast your legs should be going. And also when you look at the instructor's legs, like the speed of their legs, it's also gonna help you figure out how heavy your resistance should be. So that's mostly what I've been doing, but I would imagine for those people who are just starting out with spin classes, it'll be kind of hard for them to do that. But I would suggest getting the sensor, like the monitor that clips into the pedals, but I don't have that, so I can't really vouch for its like effectivity or if it's accurate or anything like that, but I do know that that is an option that you have. Okay, so I think those are all of the concerns regarding the bike itself now. It's been December, 8 months since I got the bike, and it's holding up really, really well, except for that one mishap with the bike seat. So aside from that, I don't have any complaints, and if I have any concerns regarding that, I would definitely update on my social media or something. Moving on to the other questions, I know a lot of people are not familiar with Peloton, so I'm just gonna explain it for those people who might not be familiar with it. So Peloton is actually a company that provides, like, they offer treadmills and stationary bikes in the US, and aside from that, they have an online platform where you can access a lot of cycling classes. Not only cycling, actually, they have so much other classes like cardio, running, yoga. I also get my yoga from them now. They have strength classes also. So basically, since we don't have the Peloton bikes here in the Philippines, what we can do is access their Peloton digital platform. And it's actually an app, but we also can't access the app, but we can access the website. So for some of you who don't know how to sign up, you just have to go to members.onepeloton.com. I think I'll be linking the sign up for digital in the description below for anyone who can't find it. And basically, what happens there is you pay for a monthly membership to access the workouts. So every month I pay around 640 more or less pesos, depending on the conversion rate that month. I use my Philippines like issued debit card. It's a Union Bank Master or Visa card. So every month I just get charged for that one. So if anyone's wondering if you need a VPN or an international card to access Peloton, you don't. I just used my regular Philippine address, but I changed my zip code to a US, like a random US zip code, just so I can sign up. But the card I use is a local issued debit card. Also, another cool feature that I like on Peloton is that you can add friends. So if you guys know It's Judy's Life, I actually added her on Peloton and she followed me back, and sobrang kinilig ako when that happened because she's like one of my favorite bloggers ever. But oh my god, there's someone climbing the roof. So window, sorry. But anyway, okay, so yeah, you can see your friends, you can add your friends, and you can take rides together. Loki! Hello! Say hi! High five! High five! Wow! Okay, as I was saying, you can add your friends on Peloton and you can see what classes they took and what milestones they have. So that's another cool feature, the milestones, because when you reach a certain number of workouts for a certain type of workout, like example for yoga, you reach 50 yoga workouts, you get a badge that is displayed on your profile, and that's really motivating and very rewarding, especially for me because I like seeing my progress visually. So if you're that kind of person, I feel like you will really enjoy this feature. And this sounds like such a sponsored video, but no, I'm absolutely not being paid by Peloton to say any of this. I'm just sharing it for anyone else who wants to use the platform, because honestly it's been really, really helpful for me, and it's very cost effective compared to getting the on-demand videos here in the Philippines. Like super mahal talaga, but I do understand why, because Peloton users in the US are like sobrang dami. Like yung makakasabay mo sa mga classes, thousands if you attend the live classes, there are like thousands and thousands of people attending those. But here in the Philippines, it's a very niche market. So, konti lang talaga, and I guess that justifies the very high pricing. So, ayun, just wanted to put that out there. Another question is, what kind of classes does Peloton have? If their classes are rhythmic or RPM-ish? Not exactly sure what Marco Morales means by RPM-ish, but I'm guessing it's based more on your numbers. But they have a lot of different classes based on different needs. So they have genre classes like pop, rock, 80s, 90s, pop, punk rides. They have like a wide variety of genres of music because they have a very wide audience in the US. Like sa mga rides, there's like thousands of people na pwede mo makasabay. So yeah, aside from that, they also have power classes, climb classes, hit, tabata, low impact, cool down rides. They have a lot of different rides, and if you want to see for yourself, they do have a 30-day trial on the membership, so you can just browse their classes and you can just cancel your membership if you don't like what you see. Another common question that I get is, how is Peloton different from the local spin studios that we have here in the Philippines? And I think the main difference of their classes is the Peloton classes are less choreo focused, because I said this in my main video, the challenge video, but when you attend spin classes here in the Philippines, it depends on the class that you attend and the studio you're actually going to, but most of them include a lot of arm movements, like ayoko i-demonstrate kasi it would look weird because I'm not on a bike, but there are a lot of very fast arm movements that they incorporate, and Peloton doesn't do that. They do very limited choreography, and most of it nasa groove classes lang. So groove classes are taught by Cody Rigsby and Emma Lovewell, and those are actually one of my favorite types of classes because it doesn't feel like a workout at all. But aside from that, they don't sprint super fast off the saddle like standing up. The most that you can sprint off the saddle, I think, is maybe 100 RPM. But when you're in class here in the Philippines, you sprint 120 RPM standing up. And maybe it's because Peloton is at home, so they just want to make sure you're not injuring yourself because they might be held liable for it or something like that. So they want to make sure that you're extra safe. But they don't do super fast sprinting off the saddle. So those are the two main differences that I can spot comparing the two platforms. I also found this website. It's like a resource for Peloton users where you can find certain like artist series. So they list down all the artist series because Peloton does collaborate with artists to feature their songs in their rides. So for example, I attended like a Britney Spears ride, a Lady Gaga ride. So the entire class, only songs from those artists will be the ones played. So there's a complete list of all of those. I'll be linking them down below if anyone needs them, but it's really helpful, especially if you're looking for a certain type of music, because music, I think, is a really integral part of cycling class because it's a central like aspect of it. It's really motivating, especially if you love the song. You're gonna beat your personal record, I swear, without even noticing it. So yeah, if anyone wants to see that list, it'll be linked in the description. Also, another question from Arya on Instagram is how I got into spin classes, and the reason is I just wanted to get a head start on my fitness journey. So when I was still working in BGC, I started attending spin classes in Ride Rev because they had this promo where it's like 3 classes for the price of 1. So I really tried to maximize that experience, and after that it's just a continuous journey already, and it's almost been 2 years since I started my fitness journey, and I would say that spin class is a very good way for me to have jump started it. So yeah, that's it. I don't think there are any other questions. If you have any other concerns, you may leave them in the comments below, and I would be very glad to help you out. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching. Also, if you're on Peloton, you can add me. My username is angepascual. That's ANGEPASCUAL. And yeah, we can be friends and we can see each other's milestones, maybe even see each other in live classes or something. But I barely attend live classes. But yeah, thank you so much again for watching. If you like this video and found this helpful, leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it. Stay safe to everyone here in the Philippines right now. This very rainy weather, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!